doctor.
Being active has never been more rewarding.
Just because you're not sick doesn't make you healthy. In other words, health is not merely the absence of disease, it's something you've got to actively pursue. You hear it all the time and everywhere, from radio and TV to newspapers, magazines, doctors, all telling you to live a healthy lifestyle. But do you know what that entails? We asked a few South Africans for their opinions on what it means to live healthy.
My definition of a healthy lifestyle would be
creating small, healthy habits for yourself.
And have a set routine of what to do.
Like, think before you do things.
Trying to stay away from anything that can cause any harm to your body.
Have like a happy, healthy relationship with friends and family.
When there's health, there's a long life, which is the most important thing. Become more active.
Lots of exercise and outdoor activities.
People who don't do physical activities to eat healthy, you know, like the 5 nutritional groups.
Lots of fruit, definitely vegetables.
Drink your water.
No smoking, no drinking.
Put the sunblock on, look after your skin.
So you have a stronger body in terms of fighting bacteria and so forth.
If you're going to a shop nearby, instead of using your car, just walk over.
When you eat healthy and you live healthy, you feel different, you know what I mean? And like you're treating your body with respect, so you'll get that in return.
That's what I consider healthy behavior.
So in general, most would agree that a healthy person doesn't smoke, is at a healthy weight, eats a balanced, healthy diet, thinks positively, feels relaxed, exercises regularly, enjoys good relationships and a balance in life. We have someone in studio who fits that bill beautifully, Nicola Breytenbach.
Sought-after Durban-born model Nicola Breytenbach has enjoyed a career beyond her wildest dreams. The highlight was landing a R4 million contract with Revlon as the face of their Absolutely Fabulous campaign. The glamour girl wed US businessman Ben Steiner in 2008. The couple have 2 children and Nicola and her family currently reside in New York City.
Nicola, that is a stellar career. Welcome to the studio. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
How would you define a healthy lifestyle?
I think it's something that we all sort of already know, but for me, it's a balance of everything, trying to balance everything that we all know is something that's supposed to be healthy. You know, exercise is a huge part of my life. You know, at least 4 times a week I make sure. I try to eat very healthy. I definitely, my kids do the same thing. And then also, I think it has a lot to do with how your life is and where you are mentally on a daily basis.
Lots of factors in that. How do you maintain that? I mean, is it easy to maintain a healthy lifestyle, to look like you look?
No, not really. It's not an easy thing, and I think that's something that we all have to kind of juggle. But it's planning. I have to plan every day ahead. For today, I have to look at tomorrow and go, where am I going to fit it all in? I have to fit in my hour for myself to do my exercise. I also, living in America, try to instill also kind of a very organic lifestyle. But it's a lot of planning and organization and kind of, I mean, it's like you have a whole, you know, you have now with all these fancy gadgets, we've got like a calendar and you can kind of plan everything.
Applications for this
exactly, and you have a beep going like, oh, I've got to go do my shopping, oh, I've got to go do this.
But you make a good point. I mean, you can't be spontaneous, you can't think, oh, I should be healthy. You've got to plan to be healthy, which is great.
You do, and you have to make a conscious decision in your head that you want to be that way. And I think it's something that I learned actually much later, only recently in my life.
You're a mom of 2. Most people would go, what? I don't believe that, if we just look at you. How are you going to instill these values of healthy living into your kids?
That's a very good question. I don't know what happens when they can make their own decisions. I hope that the things I've taught them up until the point where they really go off on their own has already been ingrained in their mind so much that they will do it automatically. I'm quite stringent and regimented on what they eat and exercise and that. My children, their favorite food is broccoli.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. And people laugh at me or they're like, you're joking. They love vegetables and fruit. And in terms of extracurricular activities for the older one, she does ballet and gymnastics and soccer and making sure they stay active, especially when you live somewhere like New York where you don't have an outside. We don't get to run around every day, all day.
Like we do here.
I know, yeah. It's really a bonus to have that.
Nicola, perfection personified, but let's get a little bit kind of under the skin here for a moment. I battle with sleep. That's the thing that I don't get right. What do you battle with when it comes to a healthy lifestyle?
That's my number one too. I definitely don't get enough sleep. You know, the little ones wake up very early. I'm sure that every mom out there knows, you know, when you have a little baby and it's up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and, you know, you try every night, I'm going to go to bed early tonight. But, you know, that's always the thing because a part of the healthy lifestyle is also taking time for yourself. That's why I put my children on a very specific schedule. They go to bed at 7 o'clock every night because it's important to have time for yourself to really de-stress. I mean, if it's just sitting on the couch for an hour and having your meal properly. So you want to go to bed early, but you want to take that time for yourself. But trying to balance that is still literally something I can't get right. I still find myself going to bed at 11 o'clock and then I still only have 7 hours. I know that 8 hours is the ideal thing, but I just can't get that. I can't hit it on the head.
We've talked about physical activity, we've talked about diet, obviously. Now, top of the list when it comes to healthy lifestyles, but what about mental and emotional health? I mean, I listen to you speak and I see the spark in the eye and I see the smile, and that you seem to be getting that right as well.
I mean, I feel very blessed that I feel like I'm in a very happy place in my life, but I think it's, like you said, it's 100%. It's maybe half of it. Half of it is diet and exercise, and half of it is where you are mentally in your head. Because when you're not happy and you're not in that happy place, you're not going to take time to go for a run or sit down and want to eat a balanced meal. You kind of trying to grab something here and there, and you're drinking 10 coffees a day. And so it all works together. When you're in a good space, then I think you want to also be in a healthy space in terms of diet and exercise.
That's right. Once you're healthy, you want to maintain it. It's good to,
exactly.
Yeah, it's good to sleep well, good to actually eat well.
Yeah.
A perception that a lot of people have is that health is for those who can afford it, that it's an expensive pastime to live healthy. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely not. There are different levels. Obviously, some people believe, you know, you have the extreme where they have their meals delivered to them and they don't think they have time to do that. I mean, I don't do that. It's just about making, like I said, organization, taking the time to go to the grocery store and picking the right things. You can go for a run. You don't need to join an expensive gym and go to have a special trainer. I don't have a personal trainer. I go to classes. You just have to find the right time. I know that it's easy to say, but I don't have the time. I sit every night and I plan exactly what happens on every hour of the day. I have to do that. Because this is, I mean, you have one body, and when it's finished, it's finished. So you have to take care of it.
Nicola, great talking to you. You've said a lot of things about healthy lifestyles. I mean, we've touched on all aspects of it, but if you were to kind of prioritize just 3 practical things that you do, that if you could do nothing else, that's what you would do to stay healthy, what would those 3 things be? Definitely
my number 1 is exercise, because exercise touches on both things. It's good for you physically, but it also is very good for you mentally. I think when you're in that zone, it does something to your mind and it really helps a lot. So that touches both. So that's definitely number 1.
Good.
My book number 2 is obviously eating the right things. If you can, I know that's an expense issue for some people, but, you know, trying to eat as natural as possible, cutting out all those preservatives and things like that, that's something that I really try and do, and especially for my kids. And number 3 is the one thing that we can't get right, is sleep. Sleep is so important for restorative, for your body, for your mind, for everything. And I mean, try and get those 8 hours. You know, you and I have to work on that, but that's definitely would be the 3 things.
Brilliant. Dr. Nicola, thank you very much. Great advice. The American Heart Association, and in fact our own Heart and Stroke Foundation, have identified 7 key health factors and behaviors that can keep your heart healthy, lower your risks of heart disease and stroke, and improve your quality of life. They are quite simply to stop smoking, which is a no-brainer, to eat better, and by that I don't mean dieting, I mean healthy eating, to get active, to lose weight or maintain a healthy weight, to control your cholesterol, manage blood pressure, and reduce blood sugar. Stick to life's simple 7, and you're bound to outlive the average South African age or lifespan of 59 years by at least a decade or 2. Plenty of time to enjoy your grandkids and maybe even a great grandkid or 2.
Your healthcare needs are unique, and so is our offering.
I want to live the best life.